Oh wow, I don't know what go on why that
Right,
happen. I something with Instagram though. I just know it. Cause as you
right.
say, you see yourself. I don't know why them not see you. But it's alright.
You know. Anyway, we want to talk the things them, yeah. To the people nice.
So what is going on with you? From the sounds of it, your little ones are with you now.
Yeah.
Lovely. I am so happy for you because as you say, tonight we're talking about separation anxiety. And maybe we just go back to the beginning when you did have your daughter first. Like, what was it like when you find out that you're pregnant? Um, you know, what were your reactions? How did it feel?
Right. Natalya, you know that I wasn't sure what I was going to come and talk about tonight. I don't know how I'm going to tell the story because I know my story is them long. Boy, the first time when I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, I was working as a records clerk at 4-H. It's club them call it, but I was working at
Yeah.
the time, and I was also should have been attending first year university UTech within that same
Okay.
year. So I should have well, I was about to start UTech in the summer, which is August, I believe UTech start. So I was preparing for that, and I was also working full time. So when I was at work one day doing the people them work and all these things, and I never feel good, never really feel too, them look weird there, but never really think about like there's something. But anyways, I faint away at work, and
Oh.
um I was rushed to the well, not the hospital. I have a family doctor that is close by where I was working, so I was rushed to his office and all of those stuff. And people them hook me up on what them do ECG,
The
when them
drip?
do ECG test, and
Oh.
them with this one bag of wire and all these things because I have shorter breath and all these things. I guess there was
Okay.
some something like my heart rate wasn't beating properly or whatever. So them put me up on ECG test, all kind of tests, all kind of that, all kind of blah blah blah. The urine test that they allow you to do, and they put the stick in there.
Mm-hmm.
Are those, and I think it came back that I was very dehydrated.
Mm.
So people them give me a look at drip now because dehydration and all of these. I'm going in the man office go sit down. And man, I start asking some questions, Natalya. Yeah, so why these questions do? Them questions there. When start asking some question, and he's asking the question, and me I start think, because me I say, he asked me when was my last period and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now me start thinking in my head, and me I say, look over there. So he said based on the dehydration and everything else, it's possible that I may be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do the pregnancy test now. Pregnancy test come back positive and all these things. Remember, I know goodie. I gonna start university and all these things. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, I was basically the first member of my family to be going to university to college. So my mother know with fear, excitement, and all of these things. So the first person that pop up in my mind when the doctor confirmed my pregnancy was my mother, because I just know so that
Mm-hmm.
not good. So, and it was a family doctor. So the first thing I said to the doctor is that I am of age now, so I would like this information to not be shared with my mother. I would like to stay private because my mother was on her way. My spouse was on his way at the time. And so, as a family doctor, before that, anything that regarding to me, he would have shared it with her. So the first thing he make sure to tell him stay is that I wanted to be
Yeah, do better talk.
the excitement. So, come down there, boyfriend come down there, and I'm going with boyfriend, and I'm just I look stare at my boyfriend, just I look at him, I try to give him some sign, So
For make him know say that happened.
Well, try to think about some sign, you know, because then come and look stressed out. I'm just trying to give some sign, you know. So, you know,
No,
sometimes that them call and, you know, when them people just in a work and them call with excitement, everybody come to the excitement, Fiona sheep, Fiona, remember that come to with your excitement. You know, me still a pray like my heart I feel me.
mm-hmm.
Come, because me must everything have to stay private. So me still a play like my heart I feel me, you know, because through them did hook me up on the ECG and all these things. Then come down there, come see, me still a play like my heart I feel me. Because I went home with Brian. While going home, I told him and all of that, you know. For me and him, it was for me. When I found out that I was pregnant with Brian, I didn't even feel excitement because the first thing, as I said, I could think about is my mother's reaction because you know
Yeah.
about the university and all of that and all of that. But I guess for me and Brian, it was good news, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
if we were friends for a little while, and I would have gone with things like in a bunny rabbit. So pregnancy maybe wasn't too. Pregnancy, maybe me never too surprised about the pregnancy because the way all the things that are going cool there. But I must probably end up pregnant one way or the other, I guess. But that was how Brianna came. And I think Brianna was made in the water, you know. I think it was a beach trip. I mean, I tell you, say, I think the whole sentence was, oh, you're a sentence girl. I think the whole sentence was what the beach trip then on Natalya. I wasn't going to sentence at the time, but you know, we still have our friends and all of these things, and some of my sentences.
Yeah. Because I think me 1 year younger than you. Like, me did like when you did at 11th grade, me did at 10th grade.
You at school. I don't know. But me, I tell
Yeah, man, because
do it
let me tell you when me know say you go St. Hughes. When me look on your page and me see a picture with you and Larisha, and me say,
I know Larisha.
Yeah, because that's what I know your face, man. I know your face.
I don't know. Maybe they look different. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I probably that's for true. Come here, the dog cream, everything like that.
But yeah. But Brianna,
so how did that go now when you have your son? When you find out you're pregnant with your son now, how that go?
You know, some of two people them pop up for me. Nobody never said for them, you know. Nobody never said to Brianna, nobody never said for Brandon. The two of them just pop up for me. Yes,
that's like the majority of the time, you know, we don't really plan. If we put up here and tell you right now, oh, me get pregnant with my son, we couldn't tell you.
I tell you something. If it up to me alone, I would have actually. I love my kids gone to bed, but if it was up to me alone right now, I probably would not be pregnant. But it's why them.
I know what you mean.
I mean, whenever I take a little precaution, I would just have one like say pregnancy can reach me, but never plan for none of them. None of them just pop up on me. So Brandon came in 2018, and I found out about Brandon after I got married.
Okay.
So. You know, say, Brandon now give us good story. So, I got married at the end of March in 2018, and the way, as I said, the way my sex life is, you drink man on my body, I keep a period calendar on my phone to track my period because every month me the pregnancy. Every month me have a pregnancy here. Every month. So because of that, me keep a period calendar to track my period. Mark done every night, every day.
But
anytime
make sure say, you know.
And all of these things. You understand? Just to try to track it and trace everything. And because every month me usually have a pregnancy test. So,
oh.
just mark down all of my things them. So anyways, my calendar tell me to my period will come the 31st of March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get married the 31st of March. So, me and what a man bad lucky. But I think wedding night him not gonna get nothing. Look, me and say my stuff, you know, I'm not pay him no mind because he night every night. Anyways, if he miss it one night, nothing wrong. Because when we're getting married, I tell the gentleman, say, leave the something alone and get for rest. You understand? So, find the wedding night, you know? Gentleman say, no, he can't do that. So, whatever, I'm not able to make him know separate on the 21st. Just say, alright, you go and have your phone, okay, I'll get surprised. Understand? So, anyways, so, me have to prepare for, you know, period for the wedding day. So, girl and I want dress. But girl, protect herself, because, you know.
Yeah, just in case.
Yes, so wedding come now. You know, I'm not feel, now I'm not feel like I'm not feeling the way. I say maybe a little excitement from the wedding. You know, reception come. You know, we left wedding done, we gone home. Man tear off dress, nothing. So what a man lucky. Someone I said in prayer last night and said, someone lucky.
You're the easy though. No, sir.
Yes, someone lucky bad because my calendar accurate, you know. Because you see where my body stay, if me miss period, I'm gone. Or sometimes it does change, but now I bite my finger prayer. Go for my knee and I pray for God. Anything.
To make sure.
Alright. Night one gone. Nothing come and say, alright, God understand. God give me like a chance for the night to make a thing official and all. So God understand. I don't something I say. So couple nights after I realize me I eat. Maybe me never realize it all along, but I realize I just want all kind of things to eat. You know, with a man to go beer, I have a little idiot. I realize I want to look at me, I call him, I say, bring this, bring that. You know, them little thing there, but I not really pick it up as nothing. Because at the time we done there, I started spotting to me, I say, yes, blue time, up here now. Depending where. So, the spot just came and then it just disappeared. I go back with that couple, good, we're not April now, no, March, April, yeah, we're not April now, you know. And I said, no, man. No, understand. God too good to him, no, man.
Hold on, Kimola. The other phone never start out because people really want to see your face.
Brian, you can come and bring the phone alone. Brian, you know, say you come bring me a phone. Them now see many people that want to see my nice face and look tired. Sure.
Hello, love.
Anyways, so we're not April, you know.
Go, daddy. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 2 hours. Brendan,
give me 1 second there. Bye-bye, Zai. See you soon.
The gentleman join the live for him carry the phone too.
Huh?
The gentleman join the line for him bring the phone.
No, sir. Yeah. Wait a second. No.
Anyways, we're in April now, and me I say, no man got too good to him, cause you know, alright, on the moon don't know, so what go on. So anyways, then I pay no mind. I just say I feel lucky time, you know, and I'm look away there. April done Natalya, and I was like, that's it. I didn't even do a pregnancy test. I was like, okay.
Yeah, something wrong.
But the thing is, I said it to Brian, like when I realized him say, Brian, look, you're not coming out, and Brian does it alright. Usually if me have a pregnancy test, and like, boy, mama, we're not ready for that right now, you know, mama, and blah blah blah. This time me I said, Brian, so and so, me not hear. I just him have a little smirk on him face and him good. Me not hear no boy, mama.
I sent a request, no, so.
Go on for that, Brian.
Hopefully this is something, you know, on Instagram, the mushroom, you know.
Brian, put back. No, black. Bring up down here. Come on, down here. And Brian. Bagay pala dito.
I don't mess with one and then know them because me I try to see if with somebody I don't know who for ask to join the live. Oh my god.
Join the live.
Alright, well, I'm gonna remove it. Yeah, I'm gonna remove it. Let me see who me can get for Orlando, I know you listen. Mega try to get it for somebody. Join the live. Well, no. So you're about along the place.
Push lives and then him cannot watch that right here saying I'm not gonna lie. I'm a celebrity now.
Boy, we just have to go and talk with him. I don't know what I'm on Instagram tonight. Instagram, I mash up the thing. No, I go on. But yes, so you have to know, say, April gone, and you basically just know, say, I ate that. No, you're
Yeah,
pregnant, and
that's
everybody just like, embrace it.
What's your variety?
Hold on there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. Rochelle, I try join. We'll see Rochelle.
Black screen, me I see for
Yeah, man, me I see Rochelle. See Rochelle there.
No,
Hey,
me I
Rochelle.
but me I said black screen for Roche.
You want to see black team for Rochelle? What a murder. I don't know what going today.
Anybody see me?
Actually,
Yeah, me I see you, but Kimola not see you. Kimola says she see a black screen for you.
Brandon, I
Huh? Oh, you asking people on the live.
Yeah,
You guys seen Rochelle? Instagram come for stress with us, you know.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Alright, so one thumbs up there.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yes, the people. Alright then. Thank you, darling. Thanks a lot.
But I am seeing black screen. I'm not seeing Rochelle.
I don't know. I probably something upon your end. I'm not sure what going. I probably something upon but you do it even from your husband phone and the same thing. I don't know what happened.
Maybe I'm an old, I don't know. But like in here still, as what I didn't do yet.
Yeah, like, account private. But I don't think that's supposed to be a bother if your account private.
No, because I did a live with someone else and it wasn't.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to work. I don't see why that's the problem. But anyways, yeah, back to the story.
Yeah,
how we get the story?
Plus, you know, what me that say? What me the richness story?
So as I say, you find out now why everybody know.
Oh yeah. Me say, April done, but those not period. Yeah, when me I tell the gentleman never that up. This time I only have smirk on his face, so it's like the planting, him know we're up to. April, I never do a pregnancy test to be honest, because I know my body, I don't miss period. I'm not so lucky. So at that chat, so that's how Brandon came in the picture, and I just left because I was to go away in the US for some months. So I just went to the same doctor, my same family doctor, and just then say we're pregnant again because anytime he me I pregnant, and he was like, he asked me for the test. Mr. Dr. Green, you know, I'm not do no test. I never need to do no test. So I go insert him fingers, him find the baby or whatever where you can tell, and him confirm the pregnancy. But I left Jamaica immediately after I found out that I was pregnant. And I didn't come back until end of September. Yeah, the end of September, and then was born.
Hold on there 1 second again. Hi, Zai. You want to go and watch your TV downstairs? The tablet's dead, baby.
I cannot watch this here. Go in your room, go watch that.
Yeah, Kimola, sorry.
Yeah, camera so watch. You know you're no ill.
No, man, you're good, man. Yeah, so you say you're there at the doctor now, you tell him say you're not even doing a pregnancy test, so.
And him confirmed the pregnancy, and as I said, I had to leave to work for a couple months. So I left, came back end of September, and he was born end of November. In the December, but my put them enough, so them
come before.
Yeah.
So at any time during both pregnancies, like, well, not during, but like after both pregnancies, did you ever feel, depressed in some sense, or, you feel like at any time you go through postpartum depression, or you felt like overwhelmed?
Well, funny story, like with Brandon, with Brianna, I don't think well, let's talk about Brandon because that was really good. But with the second pregnancy, at the time I was actually battling some type of depression. Well, I was diagnosed, or it was diagnosed when I was actually in the US, because I was seeing a doctor in the US.
Okay.
And I had some issues there, and there were times that I had to see the doctor, and she basically diagnosed me with depression. So I guess at that time, because Jamaican don't really we don't talk about mental illness or depression like that. So at that time, I was given a name. I don't know if it was because I was there alone, because with me used to just stress out my cause me can't carry the belly and him just go through life easy. You understand? We stress him out right through. I don't do nothing. I couldn't even be myself. I make sure the pipe now work. I can do the belly. I want all kind of things. And I never really had that because I was away working all by myself, no family.
Yeah.
I had a friend there that we were roommates, but it wasn't the same. I don't know. I honestly don't know what was contributing to my feelings or whatever. But that happened with Brandon. And then when, as I said, I was having some issues with Brandon, and it was recommended that I did a C-section if the issue was not resolved. When I came to Jamaica, my file was sent to my doctor, because I don't usually go to the clinic in Jamaica. I have my kids at the public hospital, but I go to private hospital, and then when it's time to give birth, my file is sent to the hospital, which is Spanish Town. I usually choose to go to Spanish Town.
Okay.
So my file with Brandon was sent from the US to my private doctor in Jamaica, and then it was recommended that I do a C-section, and I think something was blocking the what do you call that? The cervix or the uterus?
The cervix, yeah.
But it usually is removed on its own, but it's not, they have to put me. I cannot push. So when I went to do the last C-section, they said that it was removed and I could do a regular delivery.
Okay.
When I went and had Brandon do, because you I'm going to story with Brianna. With Brianna, I tell some about when I bag of a Spanish Town, people lock me up. I call police, I call the prime minister. Because take out little girl out of me, because I tell them, me pretend dead. I'm going to bag of things in a Spanish Town hospital. Brianna was I tell you, Brianna, I'm going to hospital with Brianna from 6 a.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. Brianna come out of my body yet. Just don't get my body. And so I curse people in a Spanish Town, man. And then I have to go and apologize, because decent people like me can't behave like that.
So Rachel said, "Who get the Prime Minister number?"
I said Prime Minister office. So I call the Prime Minister office. Well, nobody ever really answer me. But I call 911 and tell them to go to Spanish Town and they might kill me off.
No,
sir. You understand? Pregnancy was normal. So when we go down a Spanish Town with Brandon now, I decided to go down there decent.
Okay.
And you're going to remind the people them of what happened 7 years ago. You understand? Here it is. I go 1 to 10 every time you have feeling type of pain. So with Brandon's birth it never bad. I count it out.
Okay.
Do me 10, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anytime I have a contraction. I decided to not post nobody and all these things. But there was one point that I started having an anxiety attack.
Okay. Because of the pain? Because of the pain, you think?
It wasn't pain. I don't know what happened, but I think it was intentional. I think it was that, because I couldn't breathe and I just started having an anxiety attack. So when I started with the anxiety attack, they sent for the doctor, because I know usually when they do that, it's just the nurse round you and to come and check you, and them left the ward. Those nurse basically everything, but they went and get the doctors, and them kind of them come with the things. But it was too late for me to do a C-section because I was fully dilated, so them have to carry me and go push.
Oh.
Oh, when I was there pushing and all of these things, come practice for pushing, because with Brianna, the people them say I was pushing from my throat and I was supposed to push from my
okay.
But I know I'm push from my throat, but when I put, people them say I was pushing my throat. But this time I didn't know if I did the right pushing.
So funny enough, I get what I must say, because when you push from your throat, it's like you're really different. So it's like you make more noise than I'm putting the effort.
Yeah,
So like even me fall trapped to that because like before I have Zaire, I find something would say you're supposed to in a one proper position and then you take a deep breath in where you go and then when you exhale it's like you make your organs relax. So it's basically you help your body relax and push down. So you work with gravity instead of you try, you know? And like them tell us say practice when you poo and all of that. And trust me, my practice, my memorize it, everything. I'm on the day that go through the window. I never remember nothing about that.
Listen, Natalya, first of all, let me just bring this point up. I don't believe they said that when you have a lot of sex, it makes the birth easier.
Mm-hmm.
To differ. Because with Brianna, all the morning when Brianna come with the panic, I tell you, me depend it right through with Brianna. I never know what wrong with her little person. I never feel no break. The man when me in a PM, I decide to after the panic. I never say I break me the panic, but me do the things that me go to the hospital, you know. No. We done the hospital, we never had Natal with Brandon. Brandon was a complete opposite. Him couldn't touch me. When I was away, I was away for a lot of my pregnancy, but when I came back, not even then. Come touch him, never could touch me, it was uncomfortable and all these things. And when I went to the hospital with Brandon come out easy. Understand?
Okay.
But when
Them said that happens sometimes with the second one.
why? I don't know. I never get the practice for the whole 9 months. It be a bit. You understand me? I said that people when you're active, it helps. But me, I tell us say, Brianna, no one more else Brianna. But
so
anyway,
how you think you did combat that then? You know that feeling where you did have after you have your son. How you feel like you did how you feel like you get over it in some sense then? Like, you know, how you work out of it, what did you do specifically to work on that?
That goes into the story because it was worse. The feeling it got worse for me because with Brandon Bird's story was a little bit different. It took a turn, it took a twist because like I was saying, when I was there, they told me to push, the baby was coming and the nurse was like, mother, stop push, father around baby neck.
Oh.
Right there and then where I think it was God why I was having the anxiety attack. And remember I said I couldn't breathe. I was fighting to breathe. I think my baby was being saved. What happened to me was for them to get the baby out because the cord was around Brandon's neck. That is also in my mind because when I was pushing Brandon came out, they told me to stop pushing because the cord was around his neck. Anyways, they did that, and when they took him, they just took him away. I didn't see Brandon. Well, they want to show me, mother, what baby I have, you know, just to confirm the type of baby I have, whatever. And they just left. And the nurse came back and like, the baby have respiratory issues and all of that. And them gone with him for a good while. When I saw the baby, I was there bleeding out on the bed. So,
wow.
I didn't even know that I was bleeding out. They have a trainee nurse sitting, you know, like when for anybody who have been in public hospital and the training thing, they had a trainee nurse beside my bed doing the form and whatever, and she just started panic. I guess I was bleeding, like the blood was running down, and she see it, and the goodie just start panic. Goodie run out, left for dead.
All right, me gonna take time with her because she's a trainee, but what the hell?
But I didn't even know what was happening until Goodie fly out. I was like, nurse, she's bleeding or whatever, and they came and they rubbed the belly, and I don't know if there's the afterbirth. They did
Center, yeah.
But then they came, they do something, clean me up, send me upstairs, but even after that I started having pain and I was still bleeding out. So, and then they came again and someone put press on my belly, so I think they didn't remove my afterbirth properly. I think that was it.
Yeah.
They keep coming and pressing on the belly and blood and all kind of things start coming out.
And that's a serious something, you know. If they don't fully remove the placenta, it's a serious thing.
Yeah, man, it was. But then Brandon now, so they eventually brought back Brandon to me. So he had the respiratory issue, and that was fine because they took him to give him oxygen and all of that. So we were there and in the hospital with him, and he was fine. But then days passed, not really a lot of days. I think maybe 1 or 2 days pass and something does never look right with Brandon. His eyes then just seem to look swollen. And I don't know if I was trying to turn a blind eye to it, but he looked discolored. But I didn't even realize the discolored. I just realized that his eyes just really look swollen and like it never looked normal. So when him come to check, I pointed out to the nurse and I said, "Is this how his eyes? Because the baby just born, so maybe it's sometimes them distress or whatever." So took him. They went away with him over the phone and they check him and the baby over there ball and I tell him get him go over there. And what I don't like with public hospital, because I have a very good experience with Spanish Town, clean and all of that. I had friend there and I decided to go back because, like I said, I did my prenatal at the private hospital. But I don't like the fact that anything is happening. Be there, them keep on a block you out and them going with the pitney and we put it there and all kind of something. So anyways, them only come back and like them say them have to go admit Brandon because he was diagnosed with jaundice and it was a really bad time. Plus the respiratory issues and whatever was happening with him. So say good is stress out bad, we start bad.
That's the last thing you want to hear after you give birth.
Hello.
The last thing.
But I'm stressed out, I start calling my attorney. Start calling my doctor now. Start calling Fiona. I start calling Brian. I start calling everybody from this assessment and live him down there. I want to carry him go to my own doctors because, with Spanish Town, when them admit the child, you only go, it's not like, maybe if it was children, they're probably more comfortable because they can down there with your child.
Okay.
24, throughout the day, you can do with them right through, but with Spanish Town, they put up on a visitation. And when you go down there for visitation, sometimes the doctors, them on the ward, you don't even get to go. By the time you're going there, tells the time out. So if you're even going late, by the time did it, and it's up, them tells you have to leave.
Yeah.
Somebody's stressed out, and on top of that, my file now. Remember, I told you that my file came from US to my private doctor, and then my private doctor said it was Spanish Town. So this good they want to go home now, That's what before them said Brandon was them go admit Brandon. Because them come and say, why if a doctor that come and all this? That's what can I expect me to stop up one of my bed. We may say, I want a special visit this. Some of them may get discharged and all of these things, them just come to inform me. Ask me why because them about depression. So they brought, I don't even know what the specialist of them doctor they were, did all of them something there. One came and start questioning and basically telling me that they're not going to discharge me because they still feel like I'm suffering from the depression, so they might go monitor me.
Okay.
Stress out again. When I know hospital long, I say everybody apart them bag go home and all of that. So on top of that, I was stressed because them now let me out of the hospital. Them have me in a prison, and then Brandon
get admitted.
And then after Brandon admitted, I think a week after they released me, Brandon wasn't released, so that even hotter. So alright, Brandon admit them go monitor me in them. I kind of feel a little better because at least I was upstairs, he was downstairs, and even though I couldn't be there, at least I'm in the hospital. When the people them release me, them time, I feel like me I go crazy.
Exactly.
Understand? So
you see how that even possible though? Like if you admit my child and the child is so young, at least as the mother or the father, you should be able to be there. That just blow my mind. Yeah, me can't bother with them situation now.
Natalya, I tell you, I'm stressed out wicked. Every day I got Spanish Town, my bad. The nurse them tell me say them I gotta admit me back and being a baby myself. But I just couldn't wrap my head around it. You understand? Especially when you go there, I spend a little time and then you have to leave. Every night when me have to leave Brandon, me stressed out. I ball and go along with my excitement. And in Spanish, they have 3 rooms. They have the critical room. They have room, I think room 1 was critical. Room 2 is, serious, but whatever. And then room 3, once again, in room 3, say I go home.
Okay.
And I was always in room 2.
Oh.
Mother's born, because when I go down here, everybody will be admit we're born down here, and every day they say, boy, if you're baby in a room 1, we could man you stretch out and take you out here because if you be able to say, I understand? I don't deal with it, I just never know to deal with it. And especially as I say, every time I have to leave. I just go deal with it. one day I go there now, and then he had jaundice, and it was a very bad jaundice, which I'm saying if it's too serious, it can mess with him brain or something like that. I don't remember what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Or them used to put him under this light, and every time I put
Oh
him on
yeah,
light,
yeah, to make him, yeah, the therapy feed. Mm-hmm.
them wrap his eyes, them put this thing, and every time you gonna go see me stressed out, I say, Lord Jesus, what about my pitney? And then every day I'm gonna miss them barber somebody baby.
Oh good.
Them barber them cut off the barber out one, cut out one slice and put them here.
Here? Oh.
They like they inject in them head like if them can't find a vein, them usually say to them young them usually find a vein in them head. So imagine
Wow.
we come out with nice, good, decent hair, you go to go see half of it gone. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
today I'm going to every other baby, one baby gone, one baby gone a barber. So maybe I'm never gonna be able to say, Father God, thank you, because I understand them barber nurse when I place. Every day, I take care of baby barber.
Just one cut and take it baby them ear.
So if I do joke about them, I tell them used to show me the mothers and because why the day you come and say for your baby gonna barber, you stress. So said, so done.
And like eventually.
One day I go down them, go back, I go see what half of my baby head gone. Half of my head gone and you have the something like so okay. So who asked me about it? I never like it. I really actually never like it. But you know, things like that, especially when I go see them, I put things
Yeah,
like
a treatment. So
girl, one day I go down there. As I said, when a baby go in a room tree, you have like a hope see a baby I go because usually for them in a room tree, me them I get better than I go. One day I go and say Brandon in a room tree because every day I go down there with Brandon clothes, you know, because you know them tell us to come with prepare to carry your baby home. So every day I gonna have clothes ready and something. So one day I go in a room tree, I go down there go see Brandon in a room tree, I start sing, I start wow myself because I don't get my baby to go home. These things that and they said that they were waiting on a result. Another thing too, the machines to do the test. Every other day you go down there them say the machine broke down. So I usually had to pay. So me if I have no reason, I say give me the blood sample and we go pay a fee. So every other day me I fork out much $2,000 to go do my own blood test because the machine at the hospital now works. So that was another thing that I didn't like was stress me out. But
yeah,
girl, I take it and go pay it at the private lab because I wanted my child out and if me don't want him to go wrong with him because they might wait for a machine or they might wait for
Exactly.
So I never have no problem. One day me go there, Mr. Brandon in a room, share me say everything alright. They said test not come back or whatever and it was stool. By the time you go lab, the lab they close for them get it back the same day, so I have to go back. When me go back the next morning, girl, my baby got back in a room too.
Really?
Tell me what? It's just out. That's how I'm gonna listen, Brandon. I don't even know how to tell. My depression went away to sum it up when I got Brandon. Basically.
Okay.
And even when we go back in a room tree for go home and that was even hard because we are waiting for the test, I was waiting for the test, and they have well done. And the test came back like in the night time. When they started release me no man. Girl, you can imagine you kidnap your water pitney.
Yep.
Test me put on because me already asked them I release baby and then test come back and them take back baby, you know.
Exactly.
Test me put on Brad, me not even put on him clothes, but one foot in this, one hand in this. I mean,
Gone.
me run out of listen, me not even wait for Brand for it in Spanish too.
Gone. Me would have left him. Me not even wait for them come back and change their mind.
Because Brian work in Kingston, so when him to come over at Spanish Town, everybody went to Jamaica traffic to come over from Kingston Spanish Town at evening time. Brian, by the time Brian reached at Spanish Town, who didn't wait for that? Me I tell us say at the quickest I have crossed the road up our yellow bus. I thought, bring him back here and this and that. I said, yes, no problem. Could wait for the time sign out here for me. I could have wrap up in that back. I'm not putting clothes, but I wrap up the security. I run here so I tell me if I look at security at home.
So what I want to talk to you about now is the separation anxiety. So the emotions you went through when you were here alone without them and before, before they came, like Tell me about the roller coaster you go through. Because, for example, like with me, when I came in 2019 without Zaire, my breasts were still producing milk. So you can only imagine how tough my breast be the night when me reach, and me can't, like, my emotions are go wild, so my breasts are go only produce more milk. So me literally, I'm a mother to tell me about it. Me literally I feel sit down and I comb up my milk because
Come
it's
up
just a
now.
dream. No, but may I say, me reach and Zaire never there. Them time Zaire did still have breastfeed, so me leave Zaire cold turkey at Jamaica without breast milk. I just formula him me just cut him off the day when we go, because like me couldn't bring myself to stop. Like me couldn't bring myself to wean him. Like me just never know. Me just never feel like me did ready for start weaning him yet. So it's like when me did have to leave now too, it's like me did so sad. Me did all cry, but what was that like for you when you did leave them?
First of all, let me give you a history with my kids. I don't wean my kids. Them granny wean them. That is my husband mother.
Okay.
Time them force weaning for me for some one.
Hey,
But
Melissa. Yeah.
with Brianna, I never stopped breastfeed Brianna until she started going to basic school. That is like 3, 4. And with Brandon, them get Brandon from me early because of my situation. Like, even young
Yeah.
and but every time my kids them wean is just when them go Clarendon, them grandparents go Clarendon, and time I go Clarendon, them wean them from me. So that's get my attachment. I would breastfeed up to now. I breastfeed Brianna.
Me
So
too. Me no know what my problem is. Like, me no know. Me no know. I don't know. Me just, even that little thing that what people usually say, pump and dump, me not play them game there.
and
Me no.
my kids don't never, well, maybe them not say oh they mother extra, but my kids never take formula. Like anything
Mm.
like formula for them we mix it with dark because they want them breasts, and I never have no problem with them breasts. So my babies them they big like whole 2 of
Okay.
them big. So just imagine my attachment to my kids. So to answer your question, basically, it was like one of the hardest thing that I ever had to do in life. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've the hard stuff and I've been through really hard situation, but um leaving them at that
Mm-hmm.
time, that hey, the plan is really not to return for a while until because the plan is eventually to get your PR and all of that, step back and put on a plane until you reach that status.
Yeah.
My plan, I don't know about anybody else, and you really don't know with immigration what will happen. So the emotions was a roller coaster, to be honest, because at one end of the stick, I'm telling myself that I'm doing it for them. It's really about giving them an opportunity, and I know one way or the other they're going to reach. But at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, the human side, I will come to. So
Yeah.
when reality lit, and it's like I have no control over the situation, and for me, I lost control of the situation the moment I step on the plane because I'm a very paranoid mommy. I'm very
Yeah.
paranoid. Me call me frightened or paranoid. Me no, I don't, my kids them not go to my eyesight. Not even the parent them allow my kids them to play upon. Like, and then
Mm-hmm.
with that happen in Jamaica, and all of these things, I just imagine that. So when
Yeah.
I had no control of what was happening with them, and then knowing our situation, and we had to make a lot of changes in the short space of time. They were not only separated from me, but based on the situation, they were separated from the father. They don't know a home without both parents. My kids know a
Mm-hmm.
parents in it. So this was the first time for them being separated from basically both parents. They would see their father, but they were basically in Clarendon with his mom. He had to stay in Kingston working. We never have nobody feel like make them stay in a Kingston. And at the end of the day, I don't trust nobody with my parents. Them someone else rather than stay with their parents because at least may have some level of
Yeah.
say them with them grandparents, love them as much as me do.
Yep.
So, especially
And
with
you
my
can
girl,
trust
I
them.
see a little older, she was in breast, she have bottom, she have farm out. And even with the boys, they can't trust nobody knows. So,
True.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
so all type of things. My daughter kind of with school, she got to school in Kingston, as I said, they were in Clarendon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
She was in Paris and never have proper internet. She was missing out at school. Me not play when they come on to school. You know, them look away, them never have no control over that.
Yeah, man, may I hear you? You hear me?
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
say. So with all of them something there, it just became too much at one point. But with a lot of growth for me, I have grown a lot since giving birth to Brianna and since now both spiritually and mentally. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have learned or is learning how to kind of control my emotions and not really, we are all humans. We're going to fall back into, things will happen and we're going to feel some type of way because you and I know that I should have done this show a good while now, and
Yeah.
with the situation with my kids where I have to reach out and say to you that I don't think I can come on the live and do the live because my personality is not really to fake. I don't know how to fake. I'm sorry. So I wouldn't be able to come on the live and talk about the kids without balling on the face. When I come to your live from ball, it was a situation with the kids and I had to reach out to you last minute and say I can't come and do the live tonight because,
Yeah.
those things happen. So it was hard, but this time I had my prayer family because as you know, gone up in my church now and all these things. So I had my prayer family, so anytime I feel any type of way, I lean on them, I lean on prayer, I lean on my faith. I learned to know that it's going to work out. It might be rough, it might be hard, but it's going to work out. It have to work out, It was me holding on to hope and holding on to my faith and believing that if God brought me here, He's gonna bring me through it somewhere or the other. As I said, moments more than one when it happened, like I cry myself to sleep, stress
Yeah.
out it, but at the end of the day, I always just go back to my faith. And, me have my friends them, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't really keep a lot of friends, but I do have the ones that I have are very, very good friends. I was fortunate to meet a few while on this journey who is becoming
Okay.
like, family. Rochelle being one of them, good girl Janique, she should be on here, being one of them. So when I go to my things, I'm stress out Rochelle. Yeah, I go for Rochelle for them, stress out, I'm good to get can't stress out, the look where they are. I go over Janique phone, I'm good girl, me tell you, can't take it no more, and them laugh with me, cry with me, motivate me, encourage me for one and funny. So yeah, it was rough. The anxiety, I'm not gonna lie, but as I said, I've grown spiritually and mentally, and I handle things better because in the past, I probably couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Rochelle's a regular.
Exactly.
But yeah. But as we say, it had to be done because this wasn't just any random move. Whenever those
Yep.
people themselves, this was because I wanted to give them.
And you coming here was only just the beginning.
But
So,
yeah,
at least said there's better to come. And
yeah,
that's
man.
the good thing, you come, and even though you're stressed, you have to hang on because you doing this it's for them. So it's
It
like,
was for them. So at the end of the day, the anxiety, it happened, but at the end of the day, I had to remind myself that, yeah, that is the kids, the whole purpose of you being here. Because really not doing it for me. Yeah, my little ambition I want to tie it in there, but the really and true, me kind of live out my life already, and basically I want to change the narrative of what we are used to. Like I want to create generational wealth for my kids. Some of us would have said, boyfriend, I
yep.
reach, I'm done with them. I don't know, I'm not into that. I want to create
Mm-hmm.
something that my kids don't have to come basically come know our life. Yeah, they will know them our life, but them have something steady where them can come and build on for their children. I want to change the narrative. A lot of us see these successful people when I'm gonna say them born with go school and then no, their parents created generational wealth for them to come and not have to have such a hard life because them create some of them kids can come and have life a little easier. So basically I want to change that. I don't want my kids to go through I mean, I don't want to say it as to say that I have the worst life, because trust me, I have a mother that, like, my mother, my father, my backbone. Me never go school without meal. Me never go school without me book them. She do what she have to do for me have it, but at the end of the day,
Mm.
the way how my mother works make her put them have it. And then me have to come from it. I don't want to say that I fall, because I got a good education. I had, but Jamaica never give me the opportunity to be. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
man.
want to just give them a different environment and atmosphere, and
I totally understand because it's the same thing from our end, right? It's
yeah.
not like we had the worst of life, but at the end of the day, you realize that it takes a lot. Like, it's going to take a lot for us to do for our kids what our parents did for us. Like, at some point, it doesn't make no sense you do the harder and not smarter. So it's all about working smarter and not harder these days, right? So we just have to do what we have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically what keep me. Like, I don't know if I want to give too much, because
No,
I
man,
have
you don't have to give too much.
I have another show coming this Friday, which is basically about the immigration story. But I basically make it bad news within it, and you know, but
Mm-hmm.
stay cute.
But they're here now,
Friday,
and
guys.
we can
So,
imagine how you did feel when them come.
not even have no feeling about it, Let me tell you, like, mighty God, Natalya. Me just say, I don't know how I'm so weird. I'm a weird child. I don't know. But everybody excited for me except for me. Like, me excited, but me never have, like, me feeling blank, like, until them declare immigration. Even when them, me go Halifax to pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
No, say it real, but is that because me don't know if it's because I had faith that it was going to happen, and I know that God was going to do it. Like, I was excited. I was more grateful and thankful. Like, the only thing I could do was basically just worship, really and truly. Like, people
I think I
were,
know what you mean because of the same thing we got through too when Zaire and my mother come. COVID did just start take the world wicked. Mother and Zaire come on the Sunday, and by the Monday, Justin Trudeau come on the TV and say him a lock Canadian border. Let me tell you, say, me never know where we did I go find the money, but we find the money that day there. And we just book a ticket.
hello.
Because
Good
them
day.
time is Zaire at 2 now. So we did have to book a ticket for Zaire too. And me I tell you, say, it was like, me just did it, and we just sit down and wait. I mean, I have no emotion or nothing, me just a wait. We got the airport and we look. Me I tell you, say, when me see my mother push Zaire out of the elevator in the stroller, like, me just run go towards him because it's like, me I said, Jesus, please, me there, how long I wait? And
Girl.
it was so messed up because Zaire not even like him know me now, but my gone for a year, so the kind of,
Yeah.
and that was something very heavy to deal with. But eventually him did come around because me know say me did have to allow that time the film bond back with me, but me know say him remember me because when him did there at my mother's house, him usually climb up on the couch and like reach from a picture because him
Yeah.
know say I need that, but like at the same time I wasn't there, so
Yeah.
yeah, them
Like, for
separation thing,
me,
yeah. Mm.
yeah, Brandon never really, like, him have him time. You know, the older one, of course, knows who mommy is.
Yeah.
I was
Mm-hmm.
never worried about Brandon because I left him at 2 years old.
Okay.
When I call him have him mood, him we have him time when him come and talk to me, and him have better time when him just not talk to me. So when him come, I was worried that, maybe him not go, but for me, like, I'm gonna take feelings to it, because my kids, me only carry them, push them out, and that's it. Them basically belong to them papa. So, but my kids is all about them father. So,
Just give him time
me
because
carry us not carry.
eventually it will come around more. Just give him a good time.
Why don't you say mommy? And I said daddy right through.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Mm-hmm.
through,
Know what you feel.
I could carry him. But, what?
Kimola, mentally say my son and my grandmother and my mother. So when him and my mother there. So but eventually them are still saying, but eventually him start no say Oh, and then people at this meet always sit on the phone like, what did the day? Like eventually, So just
Yeah,
give him like a time. We'll warm up.
yeah. But as I said, it's motherhood for me. Like, to be honest, like I said, like after I became a mother, basically, like I did nothing. Like it does became all about the kids. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that's the reason. Like I don't do anything for me. I do everything all around them. And like I said, my mother is basically a young man. She still have her own life. My husband's parents is from Clarendon, so we don't really have much family support to keep the kids. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just me and the kids and all of that. But I don't regret my kids. My kids are my world, Of course,
Mm-hmm.
look for them and not up to know them and I me. Them come and sometimes me and say, boy, I should just left them until me done school. I'm really not want that to know. Me I say,
Eventually, too, that's gonna be another thing for Una too. Like how everybody is here, the two are not gonna there with each other, but like Una gonna still need phone time. So that's something we want to still have to go work on too, because trust me, and Orlando struggle on that a lot. Where for spend time outside as a year, because as I said, my mother there, so it's like we have a struggle with leaving with him with anybody,
mhm,
right? But the good thing is that your daughter is older and she can talk and she can tell you, right? So even if eventually you do get a babysitter herself, so she will definitely, if you go with for like 2 hours or so, because when I go up on a little date, go eat at a little restaurant, at least say your daughter can talk and express herself and make you know what happened if anything happened.
mhm.
But Zaire, we really did rethink the whole babysitter thing, because we say Zaire not really vocalize, he not really express himself, so
Yeah.
we got left him with
Brandon is
somebody and come back and
speaking.
hear my ball and it just gone.
Is Zaire speaking? Like, is he talking in some words?
Him talk, he might get more vocal now, but like we've had an issue with the whole speech thing.
Yeah.
I realized that the tablet might be a contributor to
Yes,
it
that's what I
too.
said. That's what I
Yeah.
said. I think
So
that's
sometimes you kind of have to pull with the tablet and make them do more things where,
a war
talk with them,
between
read with them kind of something their way.
and it's basically war when they try to take with the tablet. But I figured more than likely that I think it's a tablet
Make them more. Make them more.
because he's now saying 1 and 2 words and he's very active, like him talking about my talk Spanish or whatever thing language is.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point I was a bit concerned, but then I figured more because it's not just me. Friends that I know that have babies in at the same time that Brandon, we talk about like the other day a friend of mine said, hey, Brandon I talk yet? Because like them all just long time people they say, finish and start talk already came got that
Yep.
time. Then start telling all kind of things and then tongue
Yep.
heavy.
So Rochelle say the limit screen time. Yeah, man. You have to make them more, pull it back and just start read to him more. Buy some little book, because, and that means start to Amazon have some little $6 book, something there. The other day, someone buy one leapfrog reading system. So at least when him touch the word with the pen, it read out the word theme. So that will kind of build in vocabulary too. Because the other day, some stickers there in the book, and when I touch the sticker with my finger, him tell me what the sticker say. Like he must say excellent, good job, super. So that's a good thing. Also, another good thing to know is if you're concerned about him speech, there might be something in your province that can help him. In Ottawa, them have something named First Words, which is a program. If me didn't know about First Words way early, I'm gonna register as a First Words, because it's a thing where it take long to get into. So you can look about that too. You don't have to really wait for put him in it. You can just put him in it. As long as him have him health card already, just search about it. I'm not sure wait what I call in Nova Scotia though, but me search and see if we can send it come here.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to start getting him into school because, and I think too that if he was still like in a daycare system, because
Yeah, and I talk to other kids. Yeah.
back home in Jamaica, the cycle, we used to go work, drop him off at daycare and all that, and when in daycare among other kids, he was very active and all
Yeah.
things, But then COVID hit and everything started shut down and we just
Yep. COVID affect these kids way more than we could have even
no,
think of.
because my Brendan was not miserable baby, you know, until COVID hit. Brian, your phone ringing. Until COVID hit came and we had a lockdown and it just to the four walls and everything. Brendan just became extremely miserable. Like he just get tied to the four wall and all of this.
Yeah,
Because
them put outside a play and we'll have them inside. Them not really want the tablet, you know. To think about, them not really want the tablet. Them just want to play.
yeah, because at them time we start give Brendan tablet because we usually have the life they're working their daycare every day. By the time I go home, it's just sleep, bed, eat, go bed, repeat the cycle. But when COVID started, you know, with the home, we have to do whatever. So we want to keep them quiet, so we push the tablet on them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't get rid of the tablet, but yeah, I think COVID have a lot to do with them generational baby year. But
Yep.
yeah, we'll figure. Because I'm going to try to get him in school. I think I heard that the school will take him at 3 because he's gonna turn 4.
The junior kindergarten will take him at 3.
I think I hear that, but I need to. I call the school, so I'm going to find out for sure. But
Okay. Ontario take them at 4. So Zaire just has start school September. So the whole time they just in one daycare system.
yeah, them take them at 4, but them so like if they're going, someone told me like because he's going to turn 4 in November.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If them turn 4 before the year done, yeah. The year them turn 4, them can start kindergarten. Yep. True.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want to thank you so much, my darling, for coming on. Because as you said before, you know, you couldn't make it before. I'm totally understand that. I wouldn't force you to come, you know, because that's something where you have to deal with, you know. That's something emotional where you have to deal with. So I just want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. Even though Instagram fight we out and the make we see you.
Just a nice and a good face.
I know.
You know, go catch up me here. I'm gonna be myself and catch up me here. What may I tell you?
There's your Instagram.
Well, you're welcome, sweetheart, anytime. And thank you for having me.
Yes, and take care. I'm so happy for you too. I'm so happy because I can only imagine how your heart full now and your content.
Well, it's cool because the family's under one roof, but no, I'm not getting a pinot yet, guys. The kids, them. So everybody we are inbox me and ask me about the pinot, I'm gonna get it good and proper yet. That is such a boy.
Only you, you know. Only you.
Ask for the pinot, I'm gonna get it good because they won't leave the bed. They won't leave, especially Brandon. They won't come out of my space. So, Rochelle, if you can buy the ticket to send them over there. Because girls, you know.
Yes,
thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks again. All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Brandon. Say bye. You're lucky. All right, later.
Yeah, man. Okay, guys, so that is it for this week's episode of Mama Mondays. I have a quote to share with you guys, and funny enough, it is so relatable to everything we'll talk about tonight. It says, anxiety happens when you think you need to figure out everything all at once. Breathe. I'm going to read that again. Anxiety happens when you think you need to figure out everything all at once. So we need to start planning. I always have a coach for mom and mompreneurs because sometimes we really do try to figure out everything all at once and we simply can't. We're human. For example, right now I have to use this filter all the time because I realize that my face I break out in acne because my job is totally stressing me out and really I try to figure out everything, life, work, and everything just now mixed together. But that is it for this week.